Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez, and welcome to this next video on printing using ICC profiles. In the previous video, we covered simply printing through the driver. If you're a rank beginner, you're starting out raw with photo printing at home using an inkjet printer, either from Epson or Canon, you basically need to start just simply letting the driver control color, and the results should be very, very good. As you can see here with the standard image rendition, that is done by allowing the printer by itself to control color. Okay, you open the image, you print it, and again, use the settings that I suggested for you, whether you have a Canon printer like the Pro 100 or even the Pro 1000 or the Pro 10, the Pro 1, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's a Canon printer, the settings will be pretty much the same. Okay, Epson printers, each driver varies depending on the age of the model. The modern models like the P600, the P400, the P800, they're all basically the same configuration. So use the settings for the P800, or if you have an older printer, use the settings that I showed you in the 1400 example, which is really an ancient die printer, but capable of producing beautiful results. So this time we're going to go ahead and print the advanced way, right? We're going to let the editing application control color, okay? And if we have time, if this doesn't get to be a very long video, we're going to go ahead and show you how to do it in Lightroom as well. So let's quickly jump over to the monitor and we'll start to work, basically telling the driver to not interfere with color management, because we want the application to handle that job through an ICC profile made specifically for a given type of paper and a given model of printer, and even a given type of ink, whether it's OEM or third party. But we'll stick to OEM. So let's go ahead and jump over to the monitor. Okay, so here we are back in Photoshop. As you can see, I got my beautiful standard image opened up. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to tamper with it. If you do that, that is a crime. Yes. Joking aside, this image is perfect. It has been created specifically to establish whether a printer by itself can print a correct rendition of this image. But let's see if we have something else we can go ahead and print from. And I have many, many images here that are standard images that you can use. Where to get these? Get them from my Facebook group. Join if you haven't done already. And so in the Files tab, you will find a set of files called Test Images. Download that. It's about 100 megabytes, but it contains all of these files, beautiful files for you to test your printers with. Okay, so here is a really nice looking shot of an all rusted up Ford. We're going to go ahead and print that. We don't want to edit it at this point because I think it's quite perfect. So we're going to go to File, Print. And let's see, what printer should we use first? Let's use the Pro 100 because that one's a little bit tricky to set the color management to off, to none, so that it does not do anything to try to correct color. We're going to let Photoshop handle that. First thing we have to do, regardless of what this looks like at this moment, we're going to click here and tell Photoshop to manage colors. It says Photoshop manages colors. And now, as you can see, something else lit up here, but we don't worry about that just yet. Let's click on Print Settings. We have Paper Pro Luster chosen. If you recall, that's the paper we originally used. And the most important thing here, we're going to click on this Color Manual Color Adjustment box. We're going to click on Matching, but this time we're going to click on None. And I cannot emphasize enough, you must click on None. These will cause the driver to double interfere with color. We want Photoshop to handle color management. If you click on any of these two, the driver is also going to interfere with color management. We call that in the business double profiling, and really the results are dismal. So make sure that you set that to none so that the driver in this case, all it will care about is the size of the paper and the type of paper and the quality. This means how many dots per inch is going to lay down, ink dots, that is, not pixels. Keep in mind that DPI is totally different than PPI, pixels per inch versus dots per inch. That is printing resolution. That's another subject we don't want to get into because you'll be totally confused. We don't want to do that in this moment. So make sure that it's at a high if you wish. Color matching is set to off. That's the most important thing. Let me show you again. None. Click. High. Photo Paper Pro Luster here. High quality, letter size. This has been set to the correct setting. None. And photo printing has been chosen. Click on OK. And now we're going to proceed to print. Now, remember, this is set horizontally or landscape mode. We're going to go ahead and set that to landscape. And down here, I wanted to set it to scale to fit because I don't want to crop it in any way. It's going to assign borders. It has to. These are the minimal borders that the printer demands that you have. And we're going to go ahead and choose our profile. Because remember, we told Photoshop to manage colors. And we turned off color management or color matching in the case of Canon printers to none. So now nobody is controlling color at this point until I assign a profile. And look at that. We have tons of profiles to choose from. But on the very top, we have the Pro 100 profiles. And all we need to do is find the one that matches the Pro Luster paper. 1/2 Photo Paper Pro Luster. That's the one we will choose. We want to choose relative colorimetric and black point compensation. Make sure you do that so that you don't compress your last several steps in black to white. If you leave that unclicked, then you may crush some of those last black steps. The blacks and the very dark grays may become just black. So you want to keep those open. So you're going to click on that. Nothing else here needs to be set. We have fit to the paper size so that we don't crop anything, and we hit print. And this will match when it comes out of the printer my results that I have here because I used the proper ICC profile which matches the paper that I chose to print on. So we had, remember, we go back and check again, Photo Paper Pro Luster, then the settings are correct. We have color management or color matching turned off or set to none. We hit OK. And then here we have Canon Pro 100, Luster LU 1/2. That's quality basically. That allows you to use highest and then standard. And Photo Paper Pro Luster. Print. That should come out perfect. Now let's go ahead and switch over to, say, an Epson printer. We'll use the P800 in this case. Show you how that works when we're managing color through the application. So we're going to go ahead and go back and make sure that our settings are like we had them before, letter size, and right here already defaulted because that's what I have my printer defaulted to. Off, no color management. You got to make sure that instead of having it at Epson standard sRGB like you did in the previous example, which we were letting the driver control color, now we're going to tell the driver, hey, hands off. Do not control color because Photoshop will assume that job. Ultra Premium Photo Paper Luster. Off, no color management, quality, letter size. We are set as far as these controls are. Again, make sure this is set to off and switch it over to landscape, scale to fit. And the most important thing, we're going to find that profile. Oh, look at that. We forgot to set it to Photoshop Manages Colors. And now we have the profile options lit. Again, just like we did previously, all of the profiles will be on top for that particular printer. We're going to find the Pro Luster, Ultra Premium Photo Paper Luster. Click that. Everything is set correctly. Relative colorimetric, black point compensation, print. That's it. If you change the paper, you have to then change the profile to match that paper. If you are using Epson papers, then it will be a simple task to just find the matching paper. If you are using some other manufacturer's papers, they will then suggest to you what drop-down menu paper choice to use. Usually it'll be a glossy paper or luster paper or matte paper or fine art or whatever it may be. Like semi-gloss will match some other manufacturer's semi-gloss paper. Not color-wise, but the physical characteristics will match And then they will give you a profile that you can download, and that new profile that you downloaded from them will be found here somewhere. Notice how many profiles I have. It gets really out of hand sometimes. You just have to make sure you choose the correct one, and that will produce the best match to your image on your monitor that you can dream of ever getting. And that is it. As you can see, this is a very good image, and this will be reproduced as faithfully as you see it on your monitor. Now let's go ahead quickly, jump over to Lightroom. I have here a shot of one of our little stars from our local school. I support the drama club, and I provide all of the photographic and video support to them as a donation service. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and print this puppy. In this case, it's a little bit different. There is no file print. Okay, you go to the print module right here. In whatever printer I have chosen, that's what it will then show up. In this case, the Canon Pro 10. So we'll just go ahead and stick to that one. Let's go ahead and click here, Page Setup. Basically, this will connect you with the actual driver for the Pro 10. Or I can choose whatever other driver I want to print on. Properties. And again, you see, we are in the same driver window that we would have been at had we basically been printing on another application. So photo printing, remove borderless, color matching, set that to none, or driver matching if you want to let the driver control color. In this case, we're going to let Lightroom control color, so we'll set it to none. That way we will not be double profiling. We are going to choose the Photo Paper Pro Luster. And by the way, guys, the driver always will default to Platinum N. Be aware of that. We'll set it to letter size, high quality, rear tray, which is really the one on top. Photo printing, this is set to none. Driver is now set correctly. So now we're not going to deal with any kind of layout. That's another video that you can look up. Make sure that the resolution, the output resolution is 300, which is what Canon wants to see. Epson likes 360. Glossy, if it's any paper with any kind of shine, you will choose glossy. There's only two choices. And this is basically to apply a standard sharpening output. And we're going to go ahead and give it a standard sharpening. So this is something additionally that you have to deal with, but again, nothing that will, confuse you too much, I don't believe. And this is the most important thing right here, color management. Managed by the printer? No, not in this case. We're going to other. And when you do that, it opens up a daunting window with lots of profiles listed. Again, it's just like the previous. So we're going to look up the Pro 10 and basically find our 1/2 Photo Paper Pro Luster. We're going to click that so that it remembers it, and it might then appear anytime we click here. It'll always be there for you. Those profiles that you click the little boxes will be the ones that you use the most, and they will automatically be loaded here for you. That is it. We can hit print and be assured that this print will be reproduced faithfully the way I see it on my monitor. That is it, folks. That's how you print in Lightroom, letting the application control color. That's how you print in Photoshop, letting the application control color. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this without having to worry about any of this. Isn't that amazing? What is this miraculous tool? Q Image Ultimate. We'll see you in the next video, folks. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Happy printing, everybody. Bye-bye.